This is lesson 6-3, standard form of a linear function. So the standard form of a linear function is ax plus by equals c. A, B, and C are representative of numbers that are in front of those variables, so A, B, and C are simply coefficients. The reason that we have this form, this is the third of our three forms. The uses for this are to easily find intercepts of any linear functions, and also into our next topic, which is to solve systems of linear functions algebraically. Simply put, to put any linear function into standard form, put all x and y terms on the same side of the equation, preferably the left side. Here's an example. Write a linear function in standard form that goes through the points -1, 3 and 0, 2. The first thing I would have to do is obtain the slope of that line. I'll use my slope formula, which again is y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. And I found the slope with those 2 points to be -1. At this point, I can plug it into our point slope form, and I'll use the first point, -1, 3, and the slope. So I have y minus 3 equals -1 times the quantity x plus 1. Notice the double negative changed to a positive. Then I'll distribute, and I'll distribute the -1 to get y minus 3 equals -x minus 1. Now to get into standard form, I want to move the x term to the left and move the 3 on the left-hand side to the right. So first I'll move the x over by adding x to both sides. So now I have x plus y minus 3 equals -1. And then I'll add 3 to both sides to get x plus y equal to 2. We can also graph lines from getting the intercepts. So let's graph the line 2x plus 5y equals 20. And you want to do that by finding the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Pause the video at this point to give yourself a chance to find the intercepts of that linear function. So first I'll find the x-intercept by plugging 0 in for y and solving for x. In solving for x, we get x equal to 10, so my x-intercept is 10, 0. My y-intercept, I'll plug 0 in for x and solve for y, and I get y equal to 4. So my y-intercept is 0, 4. Now I'll plot the points on the line. So 0, 4, which is right there, and 10, 0, which is right here. Now I only need 2 points to make a line. So at this point, I can just connect the dots. Arrowheads on the end of each line. And of course, as always, label my function by writing the original. If you're having any issues in any portion of this lesson, please make sure you are emailing me or consulting me in class.